Okay, press. Ready? You can press it. Same time.
Well, let's press there first because this is the main, and then you see it. You see we are good.
Yeah, we are.
Everything's good there,
Yeah.
and then you press this one. After this one is good.
Oh, nice.
So because we focus, so this is the main one. So we keep focusing. Isn't it?
Can you press your one?
Already did. You haven't used them before.
No, but it was muted.
Hello, hello.
Oh. Okay, we're good.
Yes, because this one live always have to press live last minute when we ready set up everything is ready to go. See, otherwise if I could place it, we'd be just struggling.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dad, talk out of your mic.
Hi guys, how are you? Yeah, we're starting another episode.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Dad, talk out of your mic. Good to go. Alright. Okay. Yeah, no. 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Rudasha Family Podcast. We're here on YouTube Live, Instagram Live. Again, for another conversation. We're back for another week. Every Sunday, guys, we're going to be going live on all platforms, YouTube, Instagram. Eventually, we need to get the TikTok up there. But we're going live every Sunday, having conversations every Sunday, just raw and unfiltered, straight to you guys to enjoy and be a fly in the wall as a father and son. So, Dad, how you been?
Yeah, good, very good. And I just come for another function for a friend. They have a good function. They had, she had 40th birthday, and also they have 14 years of marriage. So it was good. It was good. 4 hours there. You have share meals, and yeah, it was good evening.
What's the key to a good marriage? Or not a good marriage, let's say, well, yeah, what is a good marriage? But what's the key to a...
So, as I said, so these days now, when I say things now, I'm talking about now, it's a different, if it was like 5 years ago, maybe, because how our mind changed and how I see things, it changed, everything's changed. You see, normally we live with outside world, but the life is it's in the mind. There is no right marriage. There is no good marriage. Why people say good marriage? What is good marriage you're talking about? There is nothing's good. God has created people to live life. See, it's hard to be what people call good. See, now, what people call good is to be a husband. You love a wife. Love and you control. You can't work. Love and discipline. You can't work. How do you measure love? Who knows who love who don't love who?
What do you mean, who knows?
Yes, you never know. You will never know. You go to assume. Always you go to live in a place where you don't know what is right and what is the truth. See, people get say, oh, there's divorce, we can't live together, and they feel it's nothing like that, because our mind is so different. your mind to try to manage another mind, it doesn't work because all we are God. So the good marriage now, when I learn this now, as I say, I keep learning every day. I'm talking now as in another level. So the good have good marriage is to have free your mind and then not detached to your partner. You know your partner, you love her, but she's different from you. She's not going to be you. She's going to be herself. You're going to be yourself. Now, the churches have teachers, so we have to be one. That is the hope. That is the hell. If you go to want to be one, a husband and wife, you want to be one. What kind of relationship is going to be?
But the thing is, like, that does make sense in terms of, like, I've seen, like, let's say with my girlfriend, like, we can have a conversation, but I'm seeing things from my point of view, but this person has their whole different point of view, and sometimes I can get mad because it's like, for some reason, I think that you should be thinking the way I think.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
And then that's what, even if you get the distraction for young people they have now, they're going in a relationship when you're young, when you have making a decision, when you don't know what to do, when you don't have what you got to have do your life. You bring somebody, you have a relationship, you want to be a soccer player, you want to be a professional, you want to be a plumber, you want to be something there, and then she look at you, why do I need to marry this plumber? Or why do you want to marry this soccer player? Why do you you see, those things. So love and to be your professional, to be who you are, to be your situation is different. Love and professional, love and discipline, love and control, it doesn't work. So that whole thing there, you have to know all those things there. So now, you have to go in a relationship. Don't say good. What is good? There's nothing's good. Everything's good. If you get somebody get mad to you, you did something bad, it's still good. Because if you are doing good things, it's not going to be mad. So you have to know what do you want and what you want. It's the same as we do your children. See, our children used to thinking, my kids have to be like this. But you want to control your children, and at the same time you love them. It doesn't work that way. But we have been living that way. Some they do, but it's a war. It's everyday war. That's why people say, oh, always family will have a problem. The reason you have a problem is because everybody wants to be in somebody's mind, in somebody's business, in somebody's nose business. When you learn not to be somebody's business, if you go to live in peaceful, so you go to live in peaceful mind. Yeah. That's it. Your children, because you bring this word, when they're growing up, they are not your children. They are adults. They have their mind of your own, and they have decision to do. See? And that's how sometimes family will fight. We're not fighting, is because you are not accepting somebody else's mind to tell you what they believe or what they think.
It's just like when we talk about LGBTQ, the reason other people have a problem is because you're in someone else's business.
Yes. So like now when you talk about gay, lesbian, everything there. So we have a belief have been in our mind for long. In Africa, maybe sometime there. The belief is this. Marriage is a husband and wife. Who say that? No one knows. And somebody else come tell you, oh, marriage is not wife only and the husband. No, it could be men and men. It could be, a girl and a girl.
But
and then you say, no. Oh, somebody Who told you?
But why are people shocked? It was already there back even in the Bible. It was there.
Yeah, but no one knows. It's not what is in the Bible. It's what to be learn.
No, but even back in those days.
Yes,
it
but
was,
what they
it was-
teach is who teaches you that? No one teaches you what's there.
Mm.
Yeah. So what they teaches you, what you believe, is what is in your mind.
Oh, but they used to teach you that it's bad.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is bad. You can't do this. You can't do this. This is the rules. This is the church how we say. You can't get married before, or you can't have sex before you get married. You can't do that. This is no and no. Now people do it or something. So now we knew marriage was a husband and wife, and then somebody comes and say, "Oh no." Of course, you're going to be shocked, and then that is the war. So the war is because people don't understand it, and that's why I say we came in this country to learn to have exposure. When they were voting, when there was a war in Australia, to accept to get a marriage like everyone else. It was war, everybody was a war in the news, was, fighting thing there. And think the law changed and they put it. What is the problem? No one even said, even if they go to get married, that is not anyone's business. Look how this country is performing well in terms of what they're doing, in terms of socializing, in terms of everything. The other things we're trying to tell people, this is how we learn how this other society live. Who told you? Who told you? Who teaches you a marriage? If for you it's good, it's good. If somebody else say, look, I want this, why somebody else had to come into their business? So that is the problem. You have to control other people's mind. And it's going to be a war always.
I think the only problem that when I go on, like, for example, social platforms, or when you go on TV, like you saw someone else complaining about the Olympics the other day, and it was like a ceremony, and they were mocking I think it was the Passover or something. I didn't really see it. I just saw people getting mad on Twitter. So people think that there's an agenda happening, or like it's like, why are you showing this to my face? What are your thoughts on that?
What kind of
Like, in terms of, for example, mimicking the Passover, mimicking the Bible to show like LGBTQ or the
so the
I think there was like storms or devil things in the castle.
so there's the fanatics, and the fanatics where it lies in somebody's belief. So, for example, everything I say, it comes from me. I need to have that belief. Life is like this. Life is husband and wife. Life is how it is. That is how church has been taught us. See, this is how life is. You come in Africa, this is how life is. You go to church. I went to church thinking that. And I've been in the church, and then I look in Australia, people don't go to church. People don't do all those kind of things. They say, oh God, thank you. Oh God, thank you. And I go around wherever you work, wherever you do business, and people, they have life.
Oh, Mom, go press thing. Mom wants to join. Press accept. Press. You see that red dot there? That red thing. And then press accept.
So you see, it's a belief. So they believe killing us. If somebody believe this is how it is, and now people now showing it now. When they start showing it now, or against it, not against it, they just say, look, we are like you. If we show this on television, they even now show LGBT on television. Let's truly participate in things. So that is the war. People, they thinking, like, you see, I've been teaching these people, say, oh, it's going to be the end of the world. And I say, what do you say mean the end of the world? Who measure the end of the world is going to come? There's no that things there. But the church have been teaching us, the end of the world is going to come.
Wait, Mom,
Yeah.
did you see what happened with the Olympics?
Now what?
No, like so there was a pass. Basically, people were upset that they were making fun of the Bible story of the Passover with LGBTQ, and it was just in everyone's face on the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I just hope so. Me and Dad are just talking about how Dad's saying that this is who we are. We can show ourselves in public as well, like on TV.
Yes, we are equal. We are equal.
Okay.
Yes, the church has rules, and the church will happen. What they have in their mind, they don't allow to change. They don't want to agree to change. This is something's changing. So let's allow gay and lesbian. They came to church like anyone else.
Yeah, but no, like
Because we are human beings. We are the same. We are the same mind.
But on the media, in terms of like, for example, like for like children, or they're putting it like, for example, we don't put like sex scenes, or not sex scenes, but man and wife kissing.
No.
In front of everyone.
Don't say children. Don't bring excuse of
Because
children.
that's what people are saying. They're saying like,
That is what they're excusing about children. Everybody become children. Before you become adult, you become a children. There is no children who's going to decide to become a gay because they see on television. That is a lie. His children, he's not going to have that capability to change who's going to become, what he's going to be. No one have that. So the age goes. So don't bring excuse. They bring it to everyone is thinking there. They bring everyone thinking there. If you yourself, you don't feel you want to be a gay, or you don't feel be lesbian, let somebody else who feel it do it. What is going to be your problem? That is the problem. Because my belief is telling me, no, this is not right. So now, what I realize now, it's like, especially as what? Cultural. So we are thinking, oh, the white community is just imposing us to lose our culture. Because our culture is based on the family or something like that. But no, that's not a culture. That's what we believe. But the culture they change in us is taking us away our name. But we forgot about that. We be called white names, we accept it, but we don't want to be accepted when we become gay. So
I'm sure there are
what
people,
is it?
there are people who would have been interested in this video, but they are asleep here in Australia. I know a few people.
Yes,
I
because
know they're sleeping.
so if you accepted white names, why you don't accept to be gays? Because I can see in Australia the gays, everything's legally and life is peaceful you have ever seen before.
so yeah, you're walking around with the name of your colonizer Michael and John,
Yes.
and you're complaining about people being gay.
Yes.
You're complaining about
Yes.
the wrong thing.
And then you're complaining about they're changing your culture, and they already changed your culture when they take your names out.
Imagine.
And when I told you your name is not your name, you're abusing me. See, we have to go back where we were. And then you see, we're abusing even as Africans, our brothers, our sisters who want to be gay.
Yeah.
We're abusing our children. We're abusing our sisters because, oh, my family is not like that. No, your family is not your sister. Your family is not your brother. See, that's how it is there. Your brother can choose whatever he wants to be. Your sister can choose what you want to be. What do you have to do? Just love them. See, that is the love people should do. But instead to bring love, you become hate. And that hate comes from religious. There is no other hate in the world we have now. Only the hate is from religion.
Mom,
Sorry, I'm working.
that's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Yes, so that's why you go to see what we are complaining is just in the belief. So what you go to learn is to change your belief. I change my belief. I see how people are. We are the same together. We are the same thinking. There is no children who's going to change his gender because he's seen on TV. No, he's going to come within himself.
But I also see it as well.
And remember, sex is nothing. It's nothing. It's not nothing's evil. What is evil? What is evil doing sex with men to men or women to men? What is that? There's nothing. But the church has told you this is. I remember one things now. I was telling you. When a long time in Africa, when you grow up, if your sister or somebody's daughter get pregnant before he get married, but he live like he are young or something, the family, they can disown her. Even the job, he can lose the job. See, now people, what they used to do to remove their children because they fear of the family. Now there's now there's some people now who did it and then end up maybe didn't take it and then they get the kids now. Now those kids, they're adult. They are happy with their mothers. They are happy. But what those mothers are going through in that period, maybe they couldn't finish their school, maybe, their jobs, they've been kicked out of them because they believe the church has given us. And that is why I'm telling Africans, the churches and missionaries, they came to us only for Africans to be disconnected, not to be able to reach direct God. That's what they put our mind low. That is why we have a problem.
And they put it in a way where they're the savior.
Yes, we have to the Savior. We have to pray to God. There's no white person who pray to God. And they have everything there.
And they put it so psychologically that even for you to listen to someone of expert authority, for you to trust them, they have to be a white person.
Yeah, they have to go for, and they put a picture there. So now, when you tell people, this is not right, we get angry. And the other day I was thinking, in the world, only person who did evil to other community, only one, we can call it tribe or whatever, only person in this world up to now who did evil to other community, it's one person. And it was Christianity. Who created slavery? Slavery was created by white and Christians. They bought people, they chained them, and then they take them and they teach them to be Christians.
Wait, Mom, your thing with the mic, man. I'm sorry.
Your microphone is making noise.
It's making too much noise.
See, the people who did that, who were white Christians, their mind, they created as slavery. They created it to sell other human beings. They were together with maybe other middlemen, Arabs, everything. They created that. And later they realized they created evil thought.
But Dad, hold on a minute. For them, remember, the white man from the very beginning, they don't make emotional decisions. Everything comes down to economy.
Yes, that's
economy, it's business.
That's what I'm saying. It was a business. Evil business is a business where they know. We are not saying it's wrong. It's something.
No, but I see what you're saying. Evil business.
Yes, and they come Africa and they colonize. So now, when they colonize again, they teach us their religions. See, that is why you found Christianity and churches remain only in the black community.
Like,
tell me, in America, all black Americans, they are in the churches because it's what a white person sold to them, make them fear, the world is going to end. Just live poorly, you go to heaven.
Bro, even in Africa, like the church.
So I haven't finished
No,
yet.
but-
I haven't finished yet. So now, that is America. And then they came to Africa. They colonized. So now when they colonize again, they go through the same shit. They say, okay, you go to church, you go thinking there, everybody had to be there, you have to think there, God is going to come, God think there, you have to praise God, you have to kneel down, you have to keep begging food. That is in our mind. So now, the most where churches remain, the most people who've been followers of churches, they are who?
Africa.
Africans, black. And look, how their life is going, miserable. Does the life goes better? No. That's the question I ask. Why Australians don't go to church but they have good life?
But Dad, that's the thing. In Kenya, or not even in Kenya, in Africa, people will not go to work where you have an economy where money is coming in just because of church. Or I'm going to church, and it's
So if you see, it's not economy first. It's belief. So the belief will be put there is just to distract us.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
You're going to
yes,
church and there's
yes.
people, you're praying, and for example, let's say the Chinese community. You know what they're doing on Sunday?
No,
They're
no,
working.
don't compare like the same one things, because you see what happened. One day it doesn't change anything. So one day it doesn't change anything, but so it's the belief. So the belief is what changed everything. So they believe to have fear of the times. They believe to praying to somebody. They believe to know you are worth nothing. There's somebody you are waiting to come to do things. Yeah. So that distraction. See, we could have Sunday off, not to go to church, and we can be successful. But because our mind, our belief, our confidence is right. In Africa, we have everything, even education. But do you have confidence? No. Do you have fear? Yes. There's something every African say, or the fear of God. Fear of God is the fear of yourself. That is something's bad. I used to have that. Oh, you have to be fearing God. You have to be fearing
Why?
God.
Why?
Because they
Why
distracted
should I
us.
fear God?
If we were like a Sujira, we were like that. They teach us that. They teach us to beg God. They teach us to pray to God. So the fear they are putting in us is coming in. Now, all pastors now, I was in the church there. Not church, in the function. The pastor come there, they pray for food, they pray for everything. There's no white people pray for food. Because God have given food. God doesn't need your prayers to get food.
You just said don't compare. You said don't compare. The fear of God is the beginning of knowledge.
You see, fear of God is a hell. When God is not going to make us to be fear of Him, He's our Father.
Yeah, why should we?
Why should we fear your Father?
Even me, I wondered that. Like, I never used to understand that as a child. The wrath of God, fear God. But I'm like, bro, why should I fear God?
Look how
Is
sad.
it because if I do something bad, I should fear my punishment? Is that what it is?
You see, that is believing, thinking there, putting ourselves down. So when you fear to God, why other people don't fear to God? But why God doesn't care if you fear Him? Look the sun, how it come in the morning. Look the what, how it come there. You fear God, you go to die in you. You go to be sick in you. There is no difference to you.
No, but you can go to heaven or hell. I guess.
Those things doesn't exist.
But that's the thinking. If you think about it. If you fear God, think about it. If you fear God, you're fearing the punishment of hell. So, like, oh, I can't do anything bad. But that's I don't understand. Why should you fear God?
That is the question. And they sing about it. They praise about fearing God. Oh, we are fearing God. All that is African. And you can see in our daily
Islam
life.
as well. Islam
Yes.
as well. Islam as well.
But listen something.
Islam, they say those things.
Listen. Muslim, their mind about God is so powerful. They are not weak. Muslim, they are not weak. They fight to death. They fight. They're not like Africans who are Christians.
Yeah, they'll fight.
Yes, they
No.
know. Even that is why Allah, they believe in themselves. They can die for out the way thinking there. But the fear we have is different.
Mom said fear of God doesn't mean you're scared. Fear is knowing there's a God and having conscience. But what's the difference between knowing this?
Yes, so that's why I say fear. God is love. When you know God is love. See, the good things, I used to be like, Mom, I used to be fear of God. But one day I say, no,
God is love.
God is love. I'm telling you, change your fear. Remove fear 1 week. And you say God is love. Every morning, God is love. You will see how you change. We're going to practice what I'm teaching, not argument, what you believe. The belief and the knowledge is different. Knowledge is powerful. Rose, knowledge is a powerful than the belief. The belief is going to put you in hell. The belief is going to put you on the wall.
But the wrong belief. Because
Yes.
it could be a good belief.
There's no, of course, good belief could be in the morning and afternoon was wrong. I give example. Example direct to you. You lose the key. You believe you're accusing Emmanuel is the one who put the key in the wrong place. It was your belief. You believe it. You try to put me in my mind to believe it. But because I learned to love God. I didn't believe it.
Well, you said you didn't believe me.
Yes. Even I told you, Eve, don't continue to say it's Emmanuel. Because your believing was telling you that. But later you realize it wasn't true. So that is the lesson you got to learn. Because, do you know why? It's a reality. You feel guilty. So the guilt now is that one. Why did I accuse somebody? So now, where the war started now, when you realize you accuse somebody, sometimes you want to continue to defend, because you don't want to work against your belief. That is another war, and that war is going to kill you always because you will know you got to feel guilt always. The guilt, the judgment is within you. The judgment is not outside. So that when you know now God is for love, who you go to love? God will teach us to love each another. God will teach us, oh, it was my mistake, or Emmanuel, sorry, it was my mistake. I put the keys there. But do you go to have that gut tell him sorry? No. Your ego is going to tell you, oh no, just go there. But I learn. When I make mistakes, Sujira, I say, no, this mistake, that's okay. Fathers, they don't want to tell their children they make mistake. Mothers, they don't want to tell their children they mistake. Children, they don't take their children their mistake. That is the fear. So the fear of God, people think is the fear in heaven. No, it's the fear you forgot to tell your father, your son, and your sister. God is not some things we are going to find now in this earth as human beings. People think God or love of God. What do you mean love of God? If you can't love your neighbor, if you can't love your colleague, love of God is to love one another. Jesus came to tell us we are Jesus ourselves. We have to love each other. You know the truth. If I lie to you or to your mother or to your brother, to my brother, my sisters, I know lies is the truth is in you if you lie to them. And you see, when you are kids, there's small lie. Oh, who put that thing down there? Your children. You get scared to get beaten. What do you say? No, it's not me. You know, there's something there. It's nature. And your mom is going to find out, or dad is going to find out because it's you who are there, only thing there. But if your mom say, okay, don't worry, I'll say, next time you say the truth. But if you know you're going to be beaten, that's what the problem you have when your children are Africans, because you'll be feared to be beaten. The fears in our mind is why we always lie. The white kids sometimes don't be lie because they've been talking to us.
They know they're not going to get beaten.
Yes, they go to communicate or you do this thinking there. But who did this? Who did it? You have a belt you go to pick.
You know,
What you go to say? No, it's not me until. Oh, sorry. Until maybe you get caught doing it.
you know, I was having a conversation with the lady Louise here on our show, and she said with her children, there was no beating, there was reverse psychology in a way. For example, she would know, look, I leave the car 8 in the morning. If you're not in the car by 8 in the morning, you're going to be late to school. The kids would be rushing to get there first because they knew the feeling that they knew the desired outcome was they were going to be missed. One time the daughter missed, she drove off. She came back around later on, but still. So she's told me here, she said, what I learned with parenting is there's no such thing as yelling, because I don't yell to someone else. Why should I yell to my children? I don't go yell at someone in the street. Why should I yell to my children? It's, you just know the consequences of your actions and you learn from that. That's it. She said they grew up, they were there early. I never had to shout. They used to do things because they knew if they didn't do that, then they just wouldn't get the desire that they want.
So that's what we go to learn. The fear, we say the fear of God is the fear we put in amongst ourselves, is the fear we put in our children. That's how it is. So what we are saying about it, negativity most of the times is what we bring into our children. It's what we bring into our families there. So there is no way. We are going to discuss this. I don't want to get people get angry because I say something wrong about churches. We can still go to church. I can go to church. But if I go to church, I know I'm God. My mind is God. I'm responsible for my life. Not pastor, not ushers, not everyone else. You know you have a problem. It's yourself. The people who have problem in this world is the people who want to be Christians. To live life of Christianity, it doesn't exist these days. And that is why in these countries, most white countries, they're losing that because you can still live better life without going to church. So now, Africans were being put in that corner where we think what the church will believe, it's only reality, it's only the truth, even though physically it's not the truth. It's not the truth. If other people live this life, why? If we're going to have only heaven only for African people, because we are praying to God, we are going to be saved from the world. Maybe later we're going to live only black Africa in the, all white they go to die, every other people they go to die. And then we live because only we fear God, or because we go Sunday to church. No. In the most expensive real estate in the world is church. The Catholic Church is the most real estate land owner in the world. You Google it tomorrow, $70 billion worth of land in the world. What does it tell you? What does it tell you? Not commercial real estate or not oil company, which they are more have land, churches. And they get those land from free. Each country they have land everywhere. Why? They know there's nothing to do with church. But what I say, you know we are God. Let's live life for loving God. God live in nature. Look, every morning you go to the beach, you go somewhere. When you're outside there, you can't know where you are. You can't know where. In Australia, land is for God. Only we know we are Australia when people say it. When immigration say, this is Australia, this is New Zealand, this is Kenya, this is Rwanda. But land and the soil is not going to make a difference for everything there. Yeah. But the best things in Africa, we got to know where we're coming from. The spirituality belief was there. It was powerful. But it was destroyed by missionaries.
It was destroyed.
Yes, it was destroyed completely by missionaries. But that's why you see the Indian, the Chinese, the Buddhists, they keep their belief, their tradition, their thinking, their belief. They have better life. The better life they improve. Arab with their God, their Allah, they're improving every day. When you look life here in Australia, who was have bad life in Australia, the best rich country? Who? Africans, black. Because of what? The fear of God. Everywhere we go. Even in Africa, we have the most richest and powerful land. People that have millions in their pocket in Africa. They have cash. But their mind, somebody told them they are poor. And they think like that. And what else? What do you think they have here? Cash. In Africa, people have cash using cash. But in their mind, they think they are poor. And they are the most rich people in this world. See, now, who told them that? Is the church who distracted them. Is the fear they put them in them. A child goes to do exam without studying, and then he kneel down, he's praying to God to pass exam. How is God to pass exam?
He has to put in the work.
Yes, he had to put in the work. God had to help him to put that in work, and that work is in his mind. You see, what I'm saying is, I used to be like them. But that's why people say, oh, you can't say that. Oh, God. Everybody got to say God is punishing. What punishment God is going to give anyone? Whatever we face in the world is the same. You are born, you live well, you get employed, you get your own business, you will be sick, you'll be having problem, not problem. So what we call problem is life. You'll be sick, you'll be have issue, you lose your job, you get a different one, you do thinking there. You get accident, you go to hospital, they remove this, they plant this, you don't have something there. Some people, which you don't have money, if they can't replace your knee, what happened? You keep walking and then it healed. It healed that thing there. See? Because God has put there. God lives in you. God is the one who fixes you. You see how people say, oh, we don't have cancer anymore. Why? Because our body, somebody's controlling it. There is somebody who controls this body before you put medicine. There is. Otherwise, look, our instant, everything in the stomach is performing like everybody else who's following us. But we are separate. Look, I'm here, they are there, they are there. Our mind, we are talking, they are listening. We are listening, we are putting our mind together. Because God is in us. Only way you go, or you have issue, God is something there, He, mislead you, or doing something there. But when you live in God, is within you. We can call God. Because the other things we taught God, I used to think God is somebody who sits somewhere
In the sky.
in the sky, who control everybody, who have angels go there, who's there, thinking. I can see these Africans, they are running, praying to church, putting the pastor money, everything's there. Pastor wearing a suit for $1,000 like a CEO of big companies. There's no difference. There's no difference. But because you don't believe yourself, the job you got because of your mind. Because you get your job, you trust somebody's belief. See, that is the weak of mind. A white person here work his job, do his job 9 to 5, he enjoy it, he goes there, he get his money, he budget his money, he buy his house, he get mortgage, he buy a car, every year go holiday, everything there. He doesn't need to go to church. He doesn't abuse anyone. He doesn't take anything from anyone. He doesn't talk to anyone. Do you see how life is? The best life he lived, and that's how we should be. If you go to a beer, he goes a beer. If he doesn't drink, whatever he wants to be there. But he's not going to be interfere to anyone other business.
There you have it. I think
So they also even in the things now, as we're growing as a podcast, as we grow, and the thing I could say, look now, I was come home, I said, oh, I'm going to bed, I have to go to work. But when I came here, you were waiting for me, yeah, to record, to talk, to share. That's why I said, look, let's continue to work with our mind. And I was in the car when I look, I said, look, I'm proud of you. I'm proud to come, to wait for me to sit here and to talk. Now I can see now, you told me that. How can you open your podcast in Kinyarwanda? And I did it. Now it's growing. You keep pushing me now to bring me idea now, to get me learning, thinking. And that's how it should be. So let's keep working to work on this. Let's tell our audience how we started, how we are doing it. See, it's a journey. And this journey, when you start to communicate to people, it's how the trust comes out. It's how, why this person talk about this, about God, what did they do? No, there's nothing that been done. It's just changing mind. It's just thinking what we can share with you because it changed our life. And always I'm going to say something. You know, sometimes you say, oh, because you're my son, you did a lot when you were starting this, that just let's record. Don't worry about anything else. Just let's record. Let's say, oh, we need to build a studio. And he said, no, let's record. But I thought that was crazy. But you see, recording, we have this content. It's the best idea you bring it to them. You see? So that is why it's a good thing we continue to work together. It's a good thing to, that's why I'm proud of you. And sometimes you say, oh, he's my son, he's my role model because sometimes I come, work, you're sitting there, it's cold, you are working. I could come work with you, but I say, no, let me go there. But I see that. See, I see that even I go to bed, I see that why I can't go see that call to learn, to continue to do thinking. Yeah. See, that is why let's keep doing this. We are building now in this level you are. But we know we are going to grow. So that we had to tell people. So these are our people that go to witness. So because the witness is always to be the key to grow.
Yeah, and also like, even for example, I went and did that podcast with Michelle. I saw the way they did the lighting. So the room was set up. So even today, for example, look, this was strategic. I saw the way they put the room because I remember like this is our thing now. Where full time in terms of now just interviews alone. Like you see me there on the computer, the business, but this other revenue stream in terms of this what we're doing, you have to get used to. You see how look where we are now. It looks like even me. I don't realize it because I'm here. But from the outside, when you walked in, how did it look even for you when you see this? Imagine someone on the outside came in here. They saw this, everything set up. All you had to do was come sit down and record. You didn't have to do anything. So I knew your time, what time you're coming. I would make sure early, punctual, you know. So I just think, like you said, this content is assets, man. We don't know what we're doing right now. This is crazy what we're doing. Honestly, it's
that's why I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Like now, if you build that now there now, of course it's a nice studio, everything now steady. We have camera to travel with, and then now to have camera stand just for there. If I wake up in the morning, see I'm level now. When you look, that's why I say I'm getting better than I used to be. When you look my diary, you can't believe it. My diary is full. I wake up at night.
Oh, so consistency is the key.
Yes, I wake up at night and I write. I wake up, I have diary. I wake up, something coming in my mind, I write it. So now I want to put some things where we come, everything charged. If I have some things, I come direct straight away. Even when I'm sleeping, I record because the power of mind. Some things can come. If you don't write down, it disappears. Why disappear? It's God. We sit here like 45 minutes talking. When were you getting where we're talking? From mind. There's everything we're talking here, where somebody is telling us what I say. Somebody who's sitting there who was watching us, his mind or her mind is telling them how these people were. See, everybody has got to have his view, is a judgment in his mind.
His or her.
Yeah, his or her mind. That's how it works. So that's how we're interconnected. Everybody is somebody who reply something there. Who tell them to reply? Who tell them to reply? Oh, you are crazy, you should not say that. Who you are crazy, you should not. It's mind. That is why you go to see. Only thing I learned a lesson, you forgive everyone. Yes. All their audience, they are your fanatic. Never angry with your audience. Because they say some things you don't believe.
Okay, we're going to leave it at that. I think that was a wrap. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. And we're going to see you guys in more episodes. Thank you guys. Any sponsorships, any inquiries, you want to advertise yourself, your product, you want to come for an interview, you know, you're going to come to the best marketing, media, family business, podcast in the whole entire industry. So if you're coming in now, you're coming in at a very good time and you can get it at a great price, because as soon as we just, you know, keep running this up, it's going to be quite expensive, and you don't want to be like, damn, I really wish it was me, I wish it was us. Look at us, you watch this conversation, you watched all these episodes, and you can see it. So we're going for our interviews, we're doing charging, sponsorships. So hey, let's talk business and enjoy conversations with family, mom, dad. You know, we even had an Instagram live with mom today. Thank you, mom, for joining. We appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. Thank you everyone who joined us. Guys, keep supporting us. We need your support. And cheers. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you.
God bless. Peace.
So how do you end it here? Where do you press there?
Press the X button.